A billionaire died in his own panic room, but the room did exactly what it was designed to do. I just watched the Netflix documentary on the Edmund Safra case, and it sent me right back through the timeline because the real story is longer, stranger, and very specific. So Edmund Safra was a billionaire banker and he was the founder of Republic National Bank of New York. By the late 1990s, he was living in Monaco and suffering from advanced Parkinson's disease, which required constant nursing care. Theodore Ted Maher was a former U.S. Army serviceman and a registered nurse. He had worked in neonatal care at Columbia Medical Center in New York. In 1999, through a chance encounter involving a lost camera, Maher was introduced to Safra's inner circle. Safra ended up hiring him to work in Monaco as both a nurse and part of his personal protection team, paying him about $600 a day. Then on December 3rd, 1999, Maher was scheduled at the last minute to work the overnight shift at Safra's Monaco penthouse. He was working alongside another nurse, Vivian Torrente. During the night, a fire broke out inside of the penthouse. Edmund and Vivian were both trapped, and both of them died from smoke inhalation. After his initial arrest, Maher told police that two intruders had entered the apartment. He had claimed that he fought them off and then suffered stab wounds because of it. He said that he ordered Vivian to take Edmund into the panic room and then he went to go raise an alarm. But then days later, Monaco's chief prosecutor announced that he had confessed. The stab wounds were self-inflicted, the fire had been deliberately set in a wastebasket using toilet paper, and then Maher admitted that he started the fire to draw attention to himself. Maher had only been in Monaco for 6 weeks. There was friction with Edmund's head nurse. Prosecutors said that Maher had feared losing his job, the best paid position that he had ever had, and then they argued that he staged the fire hoping to appear heroic and then secure his employment. The case became known as Monaco's trial of the century. Maher admitted that he set the fire, but he insisted that he never intended for it to spread. He said that he expected to trigger an alarm but not cause any deaths. Prosecutors argued that his actions, including the false intruder story, delayed rescue efforts. Then in December 2002, Maher was convicted of arson resulting in death. Both Edmund and Vivian were named as victims. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. But then 2 months later, after sentencing on January 21st, 2003, Maher escaped from prison in Monaco. Him and his cellmate had sawed through the bars of their cell. He used a rope made from black garbage bags to climb out overnight. Maher made it about 15 miles to Nice. He checked into a hotel and he made phone calls to several people in the States, including his wife and his lawyer. Then they both alerted authorities and he was captured 7 hours later. Maher ultimately served 8 years. He was released in October of 2007 and he continued to maintain that his original statements were coerced. And then years later, he was arrested again under a different name. In 2023, prosecutors said that he plotted to have his wife killed by arranging a murder for hire scheme from jail. In 2025, he was convicted and then sentenced to the